This video is sponsored by the Pokemon TCG deck building website PokemonCard.io. Are you looking for sealed product and singles? You can find it all on Channel Fireball. Please use my Tailmon affiliate code when checking out to help support my content. Looking for PTGO codes? Potown Store has all the latest sets and promos, instantly delivered to your email. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. If you're from Europe, Millipots Gaming has a wide array of sealed products, singles, and more. You can use Tailmon code when checking out for 5% off. Card Market is Europe's largest online marketplace for Pokemon cards. Whether you're looking for sealed product or singles, vintage or the latest sets, just follow the link in the description to find what you need. Want to show off your love for Tablemon? Check out my 2021 merch. These new hoodies and shirts are available on Amazon. Click on the link in the description to get yours. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video. So a lot of people have been asking me lately, is PIKAROM really dead? And I think the answer might be yes. I think PIKAROM's time might finally have come to a close. It needs Path to a Peak in order to have a chance at competing against this heavy ability, super broken, high damage decks. And with Path to a Peak, you absolutely cannot play Mewtwo and Mew, so you have zero chance against Battle Strike, Urshifu. So I don't know, and then there's so many counters to Path to a Peak in Shadow Rider Calyrex decks that it's not even useful in that regard most of the time. So I don't know, PIKAROM seems to have finally been power crept out of the current format. But I figured, why not give it one last chance? Full Blitz is still a pretty powerful attack, doing 150 and searching for 3 lightning energy cards and attaching them to any of your Pokemon, and attack roll doing 200 and threatening 170 on the bench if you have 3 extra energies attached to it. Now, one big weakness in the current metagame is that there's a lower count of switching cards being played. That means Tandem Shock from Raichu Raichu is pretty powerful, especially combined with Path to the Peak. Paralysis plus a Stamp plus a Path to the Peak can be pretty detrimental to any deck out there right now. So that is something that our opponents today will have to watch out for. Then outside of that, we have the standard Bolton V to Electrify, power up on turn 1. We do want to go second with this deck. A bunch of energy in the deck. It's weird to see 4 Path to a Peak with so many rulebox ability Pokemon in the Dene, Crobat, Eldegoss, and Koko. But it's what you have to do, and that's why you have the Marshadow to counter that. And then you have maximum consistency with the Research, the Marnie, the Bosses, and the Quick Balls and the Raiders. So let's jump into the ladder and see if Pika can still nab us a couple of wins, or if its days of wrecking the metagame are finally over. We'll see. We shall see. PIKAROM definitely holds a special place in my personal heart because of all the success it brought me when it first came out. I'm going to choose to go second right here. Alright, so we're going to start PIKAROM with no Bolton and 2 switching cards. So the issue here is, or the issue now becomes, we're up against the Caturday deck that I used in yesterday's video. If you haven't checked that out, you definitely should. It's a pretty fun deck to play with. This is gonna be not easy, for sure. Not easy at all. I've been getting a pretty good setup. Okay, so if I Marnie, the chance of me getting Bolton plus a switching card are so low, but I feel like I still have to go for it because attaching energy to the active guarantees basically that I don't pull it off, right? And I mean, the Stamp could have been a useful card to get. Filling up my bench is not ideal against that deck. And I do find the Bolton, I do find the energy, but as we know, a lot of my switching cards are at the bottom of the deck, so that's not ideal. Yeah, the potential that we had going second is now completely gone. Now we're delayed by a turn, and giving an extra turn to a non-VMAX, a single price deck is just, it's way too big. It's way too big of an advantage. Double Coughing Weaving in hand already, very nice. On turn 2 off of my Marnie, right? That's what my Marnie gifted my opponent. Very nice. Yeah, I have like this is PIKAROM's final showcase of why it's been it's had a good run, right? It's definitely had a good run, but that run might just be about over at this point. So my opponent does have the drizzle. My opponent does have the drizzle right here. There's the incense, so we're gonna see the Persian. That means I don't think my opponent's gonna use Counter Day. They're gonna use Ear Kinesis to start applying a little bit of pressure. So if I could knock out this bird, like I would put my opponent on a 5-turn clock, right? To continue to find stuff and get the chaos they need. However, since I wasn't able to do that, I mean, I might not even need to electrify. Maybe I shouldn't. Just gonna research here. Maybe I shouldn't electrify. Well, I might need to. Since I don't have a switch. I haven't shuffled my deck, so 2 of the switches are at the bottom of the deck. I do not have any energy at the bottom either. No switch. No switch for Pablo. Next card. And that's it. Alright, so, I mean, I'm not bidding anything with such a start, where my PIKAROM just gets stuck in the active the whole game, so might as well move on to the next one. Might as well. Alrighty. Nino Treinador. So that's, I assume, a Brazilian player or Portuguese player, or someone who speaks Portuguese. They send a friendly hello. We'll send a friendly hello back. And we start Boltend. Very nice. That's what we want to see. This is a hand that we can work with. This is absolutely a hand we can work with. And we're up against Bleezy. Okay. So the healing off of Bleezy is going to be a problem. With Path to the Peak though, which is probably the stadium that they're playing, and it's the stadium that I'm playing, the paralysis is actually going to be potentially very impactful. So we'll discard the lightning. We do not have access to Coco Prism Star, so that will actually not, that will make me not want to research this turn. Ideally, I don't play any other Pokemon other than these 3. That way I force my opponent to play an 8-prize game instead of 6. So I'm gonna do my best to not bench anything else, you know? Absolutely anything else. There's no guarantees, but I'm gonna do my best. Okay, 1 Hyper Potion gone. Horror Energy is an interesting and scary inclusion. I don't know what Pokemon they could have in order to be playing Horror Energy. Okay. Quick Ball right here. So we'll go ahead and send the other PIKAROM. So I feel like I should damage here. I think that makes sense. Force them to heal or they go down. I mean, there is merit to benching another Boltend, I guess. I'm not gonna play that down yet. I didn't get an energy for next turn, so I might end up having to dig for an energy. Without the Denier Core. Well, I mean, I guess that deck doesn't pressure as much overall in terms of bosses ordering. We'll see. Not happy about this 7 card draw though. All right, there's a Hyper Potion. So if they, so this is what happens. They heal, they don't knock me out. So I don't knock them out, but that's okay. If they do heal, then oh wait, no, they do knock me out. Oh my gosh. Never mind, they do knock me out right here. That is a problem. That is a very, very big problem. Okay, never mind, they don't knock me out. Going after the Raichu. Interesting choice. will power up. We're down. Oh, because of the suspicious foot tin. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So they have bonus healing too. Okay, I think it's better to use this than the switch. Not having an energy is brutal though. It's absolutely brutal. Okay, and my Croat is priced too. Ugh. I can't believe it, man. If I could Croat, because I wanted to conserve the reset stamp. I can't even Croat. Unbelievable. Okay, I will be benching you, and let's go ahead and let it change. Okay, 2 find an energy, that's nice. Definitely not getting a KO here, that's understandable. I don't think I have any more abilities that matter, so I'll just play this down. And let's go ahead and Bolt Storm. Okay. The 3 lucky energies making a big difference right here. I do have knockout unless they heal, but off of that huge hand between Hyper Potions and Suspicious Foot Tins, it would make sense that they can heal. And Maulana. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So they have all of it. They actually have all of it. And the cape. Okay, now they get back-to-back KOs. Oh gosh. How much healing does this guy play? Malolana's Hyper Potions and Suspicious Foot Tin. So, Horror Energy. Oh, it does provide Psychic. I thought it only provided Psychic if it was attached to a Psychic Pokemon. Okay, well, there's nothing I can do about this. So let's go ahead and attach. Yeah, let's go ahead and attach. Let's go ahead and get rid of these 2. Okay, so I have 4 lightning energies. It doesn't really Marty if it doesn't matter if I Marty my opponent because I have the lucky energies. I only find 1 that's good. So what I'm trying to do is potentially establish double Raichu so that I can just retreat back and forth and paralyze every turn. Ideally, that's the plan. We'll see if we can actually do it. Paralysis won't matter next turn, but it could matter eventually. Another Malolana? Okay, no boss, no Malolana. That's really good. That is really good. There's the cape, there's an energy. Very nice, a lot of healing. I like that Blazy deck actually. Basic Psychics too. Okay, so I guess the paralysis does matter this upcoming turn, maybe? It's just the stamp doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so we know they play Malolana. How many Malolanas do they play? That's the question. I mean, if I stamp them, well, it doesn't matter. They're gonna have the switching cards and more than 1 Malolana, I'm pretty sure. The game's over, guaranteed. They could also just have a counter stadium, right? That is a possibility. They could just have a counter stadium. Hyper Potion, that's the 4th one. So 4 Hyper Potions down, 2 Foot Tins, 3 Foot Tins. Very nice. Another doll. Syndicate Lane for the Malolana. And that's gonna be, well, I guess it's not it. I can Marnie away the Malolana again. I guess it comes down to how many Malolanas they play. Okay. Let's go ahead and Marnie. The Malolana is now at the bottom of their deck. I mean, I guess I still have my GX attack. I'm not sure it's ever going to matter, but alright. I'm trying. Tackle. There we go. GG. GG. Alright. Pretty cool deck. Pretty cool deck by my opponent, honestly. Pretty cool deck. So much healing. Impossible to KO that Blizzy. I didn't take a single prize card. Alright. One last game. PIKAROM's last stand. PIKAROM's last stand. What am I doing? Well, I mean, I guess at least I can quick ball. If my opponent plays Path to a Peak. Okay, we're up against Shadow Rider. We're absolutely getting completely destroyed here, I feel. Alright. So, I mean, that does give me the Crobat. Because I sort of want to keep Path to a Peak. Oh, well, my opponent has that. It doesn't really matter. Doesn't actually matter, I guess. But I guess if I bring this guy up, it actually could matter. But I did not get a switching card. I did not get a switching card. That's okay. I'm not expecting to win this game either at this point. Best case scenario, my opponent's hand is dead and they don't even have an energy to retreat the Marshadow with. But they just have to switch. That works too. That works too. And I've been delayed by a turn. Like, if I had gone a switch and I had, like, next turn I could threaten to paralyze the Calyrex, maybe, right? Maybe I would have some sort of chance, but I completely whiffed. Completely whiffed. Maybe I shouldn't have bust. I don't know. My starting hand was left a lot to be desired for sure. A lot. Okay. Nice clean Tetene for my opponent. Another Marshadow, so another Path to Peak won't really do anything if at all. They play their own Path to the Peak. Interesting. Interesting choice. Alright, and there's the Alchemy. I mean, they have their own Marshadow to remove it, obviously. Okay. Next card. Unbelievable, dude. Anyways. And now my deck really wants me to Marnie my opponent. Which I'm not going to give them the satisfaction. I am actually not going to give them that satisfaction. I feel like my opponent's Path to a Peak was very preemptive. Like, why would you want to stop my abilities? Yeah. Very questionable play by my opponent right there. So if I KO the Marshadow, they're stuck, right? They clearly didn't have an energy last turn. I think they might have dug their own tomb by playing that path. Like, playing that path to peak made absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense whatsoever. Yeah, I don't understand why they played that path to the peak. Okay, me getting these back-to-back bosses is really lucky. Yeah, just pressure, right? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna bench my own Marshadow, but I'm not gonna use it. Clearly. Clearly. I mean, their hand is so dead that that one turn even abilities didn't help them. They haven't attached the psychic energy. I don't know. Why would they play their own path to a peak right there? What were they hoping to stop? Okay, did they get an energy? I don't mind paying this retreat cost and paralyzing. Okay, they finally top decked the research, and they had a second path to a peak in their hand. Okay. Okay, so they're out of the weird situation they were in. They're only down one switch. They do decide to attach to the active. Oh, they're down two switches actually. So paralyzing the active would be huge. Down all 4 bosses orders, that's crazy. And they put back both Marshadows. That's even crazier. Okay, this Eldegoss is probably the most important Pokemon in my deck right now. Ooh. And just as I say that, I draw a research to get rid of the Eldegoss. Okay, I want to trust that I have 5 switching cards left. I have 1 that I can draw. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So now my opponent is the one that gets paralyzed. I'll keep the big charm in my hand for now. No, you know what? Never mind. I have back-to-back paralysis. I take 3 prizes. Then all I need is Eldegoss for boss to KO that or that. Not bad. Not bad. And like I said, like my opponent, I mean, maybe their hand was already that clearly, but I still think they made a big mistake right there. Okay, let's go ahead and research. No quick ball to get Eldegoss. That's fine. This guy with the big charm doesn't change the amount of energy that this guy requires. I think I'm okay. Just wait, 80 doesn't knock out, right? Yeah, never mind. I was about to do a silly. All right. Tandem Shock, KO. We need 1 Quick Ball. We have Marshadow to guarantee that Eldegoss gets activated. So we need 1 Quick Ball and we win the game. Because Eldegoss is at the bottom. But after I Radar, I'm gonna be okay. My opponent might even think that I'm not even playing PIKAROM. I might just be trying to paralyze forever and ever. Alright, there's the Marshadow finally for my opponent. There's the Marshadow, that makes sense. Alright. Quick Ball. For another Marshadow. That's okay. And Research, Marty. Adornment. Oh my gosh. Wow. Terrible draws overall, just by my opponent. Just terrible, terrible draws overall. Alright. We should. Well, actually, no. Because there's no path to a peak, I can't get rid of the Marshadow. Darn it. So I don't think I can win this turn. Well, I don't need to win this turn though. I don't know if I should try to win this turn, that's the thing. Like, I'm definitely doing this, right? If I just paralyze with their 1 card hand, I guess I should try to win because the chances of me not winning are so low. Right? I need Path to a Peak and Eldegoss now. I need 2 cards. Did get Eldegoss, did not get the Path to a Peak. It's okay. Tandem Shock, they're paralyzed. They can't attack me with this guy. They don't have enough energy to kill my Raichu. I paralyze them again. Gengar isn't a threat here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That means Bolton can KO Gengar. Top deck Marnie, that's fine. Yeah, I needed Path to a Peak to open up the bench space. There's the 2 Path to a Peak now. Attaches. Fine switch. Fine switch. Max Geists. And we'll paralyze again. That's the 3rd switch for my opponent. That's game. That is the game. That is the game. 5. Did I use 5 bosses? No, I used 4 bosses orders, right? I used 4 bosses orders this game. Oh, I could have GX. Oops. I didn't realize. Okay, so we won this one, but because my opponent drew pretty badly. I don't think on a normal scenario where my opponent just forgoes Path to a Peak completely because I wasn't like, who cares if I used the Dene? Honestly, you care about your strategy. You don't need to beat me. Like, you don't need to stop my Dene to win the game. You need your strategy to flow properly, right? So there's no point in trying to slow me down. It's more important for you to guarantee that you have your abilities. So my opponent playing their own Path to a Peak didn't make much sense at all. So we literally stole that win based on the dead draw plus that play, which might have benefited us. But overall, I think it's time to let PIKAROM go. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!